Chelsea Green is a former women's U.S. champion. Image credits, WWE on YouTube. How Hulk Hogan changed wrestling forever. Chelsea Green has expressed her displeasure at WWE's booking ahead of SummerSlam. This weekend will see the first ever two-night SummerSlam Premium Live event in WWE history. The card has been stacked with multiple title matches and other notable bouts. However, a glaring omission from the show at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey, hasn't gone down well with the hot mess. Green appeared on the Ringer Wrestling Show and talked about her WWE character becoming the first ever women's United States champion and the Evolution PLE. She was then asked to share her thoughts on the fact that the women's U.S. title won't be defended at SummerSlam. "It definitely makes me upset. I feel like I really put in work with that title. When I first got that title, I did not stop working. I won it right before Christmas. I did not stop working. I worked through Christmas and literally every single day until I dropped the title. So it does make me upset," Green said. From 1534-1551. While the women's Intercontinental title has gained much attention in the last 2 months, Green feels it has been a backward step for the U.S. title. "I feel like I laid the groundwork for this title to mean something, and unfortunately, we've taken a step back from that, but that's not the girls' fault." From 1552-16 o'clock. Chelsea Green beat Michin in the tournament finals last December to crown the first ever women's United States champion. She held the title until April 25, when Zelina Vega beat her for it. Currently the title is held by Giulia, who defeated Vega on the June 27 episode of SmackDown. Chelsea Green's frustration could also stem from the fact that the title has been barely featured since WWE took it away from her. Notably, this comes despite Triple H praising the WWE women over the men's roster during an episode of WWE Unreal. Netflix's WWE Unreal gave fans an insight into a lot backstage interactions, including from the writers' room. During one such meeting ahead of the Royal Rumble, Triple H alongside his creative team was discussing the probable winners for this year's Women's Rumble. While the names of Bianca Belair and Charlotte Flair came up, writer Ed Koskey suggested that Green should win the match in a surprise fashion. Koskey mentioned that after the 29th participant enters the match, there would be only 2 wrestlers in the ring, who would end up eliminating each other. This would allow the number 30 wrestler to come out and simply win the match. Koskey pitched the idea for Chelsea Green to be the last entrant. Shergill Malik is a writer at Sportskeeda and covers pro wrestling. He was hooked on the product from the moment he saw the Hardy Boys jumping off ladders during the Attitude Era. While he comes from an engineering background, Shergill's love for pro wrestling and content writing led him to pursue a career in sports journalism. Before assuming his current role at Sportskeeda, Shergill worked at other reputable organizations for 5 years. While writing articles, he ensures that he only relies on credible sources for information and covers relevant subjects that do not project an agenda against a particular person or association. WWE legend Paul Heyman once shared Shergill's work on his social media handle. Shergill's earliest memory of pro wrestling is watching Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Undertaker square off for the WWE title in the main event of a pay-per-view in 1998. His favorite wrestlers are Randy Orton and Jeff Hardy. While he admires Orton for his character work as a heel, he looks up to Jeff because of his unique wrestling style and risk-taking ability. If he could go back to the Attitude Era, Shergill would like to manage Ken Shamrock and be his mouthpiece. He feels Shamrock's promo skills prevented him from becoming a main event level act in WWE. Hence he would like to help the UFC Hall of Famer get over with fans. WWE's biggest party of the summer is rapidly approaching, but not everyone on the roster is celebrating. According to emerging reports and backstage chatter, Chelsea Green is feeling overlooked and frustrated with her current creative direction, particularly regarding WWE's plans, or lack thereof, for her involvement at SummerSlam 2025. While the card is stacked with blockbuster matches featuring Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, Rhea Ripley, and more, the women's tag team champion reportedly feels that she has been left on the sidelines despite her contributions to the company over the past year. Sources close to the situation have revealed that Green, who has been featured prominently on WWE programming since reforming her chaotic tag team with Piper Niven, expected to play a significant role on the SummerSlam card. However, with just days left before the Premium Live event, there appears to be no confirmed match or substantial segment involving the reigning champions. Green's disappointment stems not only from a lack of ring time but also from a perceived disregard for the Women's Tag Team Championship as a whole. She's been vocal backstage about wanting more creative involvement, one WWE insider told us under the condition of anonymity. Chelsea feels that she and Piper have worked hard to bring credibility and entertainment to the women's tag division, and being left out of SummerSlam is a slap in the face. Chelsea Green, known for her outspoken personality and social media presence, has yet to publicly comment on the matter. However, subtle clues from her recent posts on X, formerly Twitter, and Instagram have fans speculating about her mood. In a cryptic tweet earlier this week, Green wrote, "Some things never change," accompanied by a shrugging emoji and a photo of herself sitting backstage with her arms crossed. While it could be interpreted in several ways, many believe it reflects her discontent with her current booking. Green's run with WWE has been tumultuous but resilient. After suffering multiple injuries during her initial main roster push, she was released in 2021 as part of budget cuts. However, she made her return to WWE in early 2023 and quickly established herself as one of the more entertaining and unpredictable characters on the roster. Her Karen-esque persona, combined with solid in-ring work and comedic timing, earned her a loyal fan base and consistent television time. Paired with Piper Niven, the duo has brought a blend of chaos and comedy to the tag team division. Their unexpected chemistry and unconventional dynamic made them standout performers in a division that has struggled for depth and long-term storytelling. Still, critics argue that WWE has failed to capitalize on the team's momentum, often relegating them to filler segments or last-minute matches with little build-up. The women's tag titles haven't been treated with the same prestige as other championships, a former WWE producer told us. You have Chelsea and Piper, who have done everything asked of them: comedy, drama, actual wrestling, and yet they're still not getting a spotlight at one of the biggest shows of the year. This isn't the first time WWE has faced criticism for its handling of the women's tag division. Since the titles were introduced in 2019, their lineage has been marked by frequent title changes, team breakups, and inconsistent booking. Despite moments of brilliance from teams like Sasha Banks and Bayley, the Kabuki Warriors, and Damage CTRL, the championships have struggled to gain sustained relevance. For Green, the omission from SummerSlam is particularly painful given how hard she's worked to reinvent herself post-release. She's pitched storylines, developed her character, and committed to the often thankless job of elevating other talents. The absence of a clear SummerSlam match not only feels like a personal setback, but also a missed opportunity to elevate the titles she currently holds. Meanwhile, fans have taken to social media to rally behind Green, using hashtags like #JusticeForChelsea and #LetThemFight to express their frustration over the apparent snub. One user wrote, "Chelsea Green is doing some of the best character work in WWE right now. Not giving her a match at SummerSlam is wild." Another tweeted, "You can't build a strong women's division if you don't use the tools you have. Green and Niven deserve better." There's also speculation that Green's frustration could eventually lead to an angle or storyline. WWE has been known to blur the lines between reality and fiction, especially when real-life discontent becomes public. Some fans believe that Green's recent social media activity might be a setup for a surprise appearance or unannounced segment at SummerSlam, possibly even an open challenge scenario or backstage altercation to tease future rivalries. Still, as of this writing, no such angle has been confirmed, and backstage sources indicate that Green has not been approached with any late changes to the show. That silence has only amplified her concerns and raised questions about WWE's long-term plans for her character and the tag titles. If Green continues to be sidelined, it could spark larger conversations within the company about the treatment of mid-card champions and the overall direction of the women's division. As WWE continues to expand its global reach and appeal to more diverse audiences, maintaining depth across all divisions, including the tag teams, will be critical for long-term success. There's also the question of how this might impact Green's morale going forward. While she has maintained a professional attitude in public, repeated creative setbacks can wear down even the most committed performers. For someone who has already experienced the highs and lows of WWE life, missing out on one of the year's biggest shows could be a tipping point. It's worth noting that SummerSlam 2025 is shaping up to be a major event, with matches like Cody Rhodes vs. Gunther, Rhea Ripley vs. Becky Lynch, and a rumored return of Brock Lesnar grabbing headlines. With limited space on the card, not everyone can be featured prominently. Still, for fans and insiders alike, the exclusion of Chelsea Green and the women's tag titles feels like a missed opportunity to spotlight a division that desperately needs more attention. As the wrestling world waits to see what unfolds at SummerSlam, one thing is certain: Chelsea Green's name is on everyone's radar. Whether she appears on the show or not, her growing popularity and vocal support from fans suggest that WWE can't afford to ignore her much longer. If nothing changes, the fallout from SummerSlam may not just be about who wins or loses in the ring, it could also be about who wasn't even allowed to fight.